It's Corrina, your virtual health coach, and today the topic is water. I'm going to be talking about how water can help you lose weight, can help you burn belly fat, can help you have more energy, clear skin, and we'll get to all of that later. So my sponsor today is watertestingkits.com. And at the end of the video, I'm actually going to do this water test on 3 different sources of water. So I'm going to compare how tap water compares with our water filter at the office, compares with bottled water. So the bottom line is that all water is going to be healthy for you to drink, and any water is better than no water at all. However, there are a lot of potential contaminants in the water, and so we can even use this water testing kit as a guide. A couple of the big ones would be lead, pesticides, iron, copper, then alkalinity, that's looking at the pH or water hardness, which is an important factor, chlorine, nitrates, nitrites, and bacteria. So again, bottom line is that your body needs water, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. But the more that the water you're drinking on a regular basis contains these various contaminants, the more you're just adding more toxicity into the body, and in some cases, like chlorine, these can actually have very harmful effects on our health. When we consider things like pesticides, this kind of calls into a very important point, which is that a lot of the contaminants found in the water are actually there because of chemicals or pollution that is either sprayed on our crops, so something like pesticides, or there's instances where companies are actually dumping their chemical pollutants into water to get rid of them. Now, there are supposed to be very stringent sets of rules, that are to keep companies from doing stuff like this, but we know that it happens. We know that there are some issues with the water safety and preventing companies from dumping pollutants into the water. So that's just a couple of those considerations. Chlorine is actually added to the water on purpose, and that is to prevent bacteria in the water, which is a very, very valid concern. And chlorine in the water has arguably saved a lot of lives because of that important function it provides. The only issue is that chlorine is not necessarily something we want to be ingesting. So filtering the chlorine out of your water before you drink it can be a really good idea. So we'll take a closer look at the water testing kit and how easy it is to use a little bit later on in the video. But first, let's talk about why water is so important in the first place. So when you look up a list of health benefits associated with water, it seems like everything under the sun is a health benefit of water. Your immune system, getting clear skin, losing weight. And the primary reason for this is that water is an integral part of literally every single chemical reaction that your body does. So quite literally speaking, when we're looking at all of the various functions that our body is doing every single day of our lives to keep us alive and healthy, every single one of those reactions depends on water. So whether you want to imagine water as the magical serum that enables your body to do all the important functions it does, bottom line is that you need to have water in your diet every day, and arguably filtered water is going to be the best choice. One of the most important functions our body is doing is detoxification. So taking the toxins that we ingest through our diet or that we breathe in through the air and getting rid of those various toxins. And we know that our liver and our kidneys are the primary organs that take care of this process. So understand that water, again, is kind of the magical serum that allows this important function to take place. Now, I really like this kind of image of walking through a forest and imagining that you come across a flowing stream. The water is clear, the water is flowing, there's this great movement of the stream, and you get the sense that this is some clean, pure water. Now contrast that little image with walking through a beautiful forest and happening upon a stagnant pond. Water that, for whatever reason, has just kind of collected in a certain area, and it's become stagnant. So that means it's not flowing. There's not a fresh supply of new water coming in. As that water sits there, it becomes just filled with bacteria and who knows what all other kinds of stuff is going to end up growing in this water. So taking this idea of the difference between a beautiful flowing pond and a stagnant pond, this is such an important kind of concept in understanding how we can help detoxification to flow in our body. So again, water comes in and helps to turn that stagnant pond into a much cleaner source. So water is key for helping your liver and your kidneys and all of the other detoxification processes in the body to get all of the bad stuff out. So from the perspective of weight loss, this concept of detoxification is really, really important because the more that toxins kind of accumulate in your digestive tract, the more that your digestive tract is disabled from doing important things like digesting your food. So when we talk about belly fat and bloating in the abdominal area, which is a really common thing, again, we can kind of think about this stagnant pond scenario. We can kind of just imagine that if things are not flowing freely through our digestive tract, they're going to start stagnating, and that's going to be in the belly area. So this is why doing a liver cleanse can be really effective for getting rid of that belly fat and bloating, because it just kind of helps to clear out the digestive tract so that the food we eat can flow through it. So another consideration about water and weight loss is that dehydration can actually cause you to overeat or to eat when you're not actually hungry, because sometimes we confuse thirst and hunger. From the perspective that dehydration can also cause things like headaches, can also prevent your body from doing all of those functions, what we talked about in the first part of the video, understand that water is a really essential part of the whole fat burning process, turning all of that stored fat on your body into ketones that can be burned for fuel. This whole process very, very, very contingent upon water. So weight loss and water for me are two things that really, really go hand in hand. Water also composes about 75% of your muscle tissue. So once again, it's very, very important. Whether you're working out and you are demanding lots of energy on your muscles and need to replenish that water, and certainly from the perspective of wanting to build more muscle, you need a lot of water. And arguably people who do a lot more intense exercise and that are doing heavy weight-bearing activities and stuff like that are going to need to drink even more water than the average person. Not only because they're sweating more and so they're losing a lot of water, but also because the more muscle you're building, the more water you need. Now, while we're talking about working out, let's talk about sweat, another popular topic. So, in order to burn fat and lose weight, we need to do that good cardiovascular exercise that increases our heart rate and usually gets us sweating. Sweating is awesome because it helps detoxify the body. It's part of why it smells so bad. It also is going to be the way that our body regulates its temperature. So sweating is a really, really important function for the body. So part of the issue is that we're losing lots of water. We need to replenish that water. But when we sweat, we also lose electrolytes. And I just want to mention that those sports drinks that a lot of us are reaching for when we're at the gym are actually not your best source of electrolytes. So I talk about coconut water a lot, but just in case this is my one video that you've ever seen, I want to tell you about it here. Now, any fruit or vegetable that you consume is going to contain electrolytes. So you could literally, like one of my favorite things is taking a bag of frozen grapes with me on a run or to the gym. But Any natural food, right, is going to give you some electrolytes to replenish. So you don't need that crazy drink with a bunch of sugar and red 40 in it. And then coconut water is my beverage of choice when I'm working out. Electrolytes are minerals that have an electric charge, and they're really, really important, again, for virtually every function in your body. So, take water with you when you work out. If you're really working out hard and you want to replenish your electrolytes, I recommend a coconut water. You just want to make sure it's 100% coconut water and doesn't have any weird added sugar or other ingredients in it. One thing you may not realize is that water is also a really essential part of lubricating our joints. And when we talk about joint pain or issues associated with deteriorating joints as we age, understand that the cartilage in your joints is very, very much contingent upon water in order to stay healthy. And interestingly, glucosamine, which is known to be very good for the joints, actually works by improving the ability of cartilage to absorb water. So this is why drinking more water as we age can be a really, really good idea. And this is why dehydration can actually be associated with joint pain. Because water is really the central transport system of the body. It is essential for helping to distribute and circulate nutrients all throughout the body. And again, this is why water is implicated in so many different functions. Another big issue is talking about the health of our skin. And once again, the skin cells themselves are very, very dependent upon water. And when skin cells become dehydrated, we start to have sagging skin, wrinkles, discoloration, and really just that kind of lackluster, unpleasant looking skin that so many people are trying to remedy. So there's all kinds of different topical things we can put on your skin, but a lot of people forget that actually maybe the most important thing is the water that you're drinking to help give you that clear, glowing skin you're looking for.